YB stays on your neck.
He's on my neck.
And I sat down on one side of the gym, and Joshua was on the other side of the gym. And he was like looking at me like that. And then he went like that. And then I went like that. And I could see him just keep looking at me, like, you know, looking all suspicious. And then I started texting this woman who is one of society's rejects. And then I looked up and I seen Joshua walking towards me. And I sat down and he stood there and I was looking up at him. And he said to me, "What did you say about me in your videos?" You know, because I've done videos saying that he's fake and he's just laughing at Graham Norton's shit jokes, being all media friendly and media trained, stay humble, you know, all that shit. And I said Lennox Lewis would have battered him in his prime. You know, I said all that in the videos, didn't I, in the past. And I think his little entourage pulled up the video, you know, of me saying that I think Lennox would have battered him in his prime. And so his little entourage showing him that video of me saying that. And then I looked up and Joshua was walking towards me. And he stood in front of me like that, yeah. And I was looking up at him. And he said to me, "What did you say about me?" So I said, "What did I say?" And then he said, "Get out my gym." And some people were saying, is it because of Joshua? You know, because I did a video saying Joshua's fake, and then he started trying to threaten my life. Remember when he threatened my life? You know, and then I said, "Oh, I'm going to stab him like Kell Brook." You know, and then Joshua got his sister to send me a message trying to threaten me, saying, "Good afternoon. I would like to request that you delete the video posted of Anthony Joshua. It promotes violence. Please ensure this is removed in 24 hours. Otherwise it will be reported to the police and I will endorse legal action is taken against you." You know, Joshua trying to threaten me with the police. Do you know, snitching like that. That's some baby thing.
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. Oh my gosh, what can I say? You know what? The reason I'm doing this video is more so to see what... I want to know what your man's reaction is to this, because I'm not really... I'm in two worlds, but I'm going to get into that in a minute. But most importantly, I'm not just saying this because I want my interactivity to be blowing up, but genuinely, I want to know from as many of you as possible what you think about this. And also, I want to know what you think about Tyan Booth. Now, just quickly, my opinions are, I rate his hustle. He's come with a unique flow. Me personally, in fact, let me get it right. Do I watch every video? Absolutely. So take what I say with a pinch of salt here. But I'd like to think. Well, it is, like I said, I watch every video, so I can't even. I was about to say that I don't really get some of the thing. But like I said, I could sit here and make critiques, but it's irrelevant because I watch every video. So I don't want to be the same as you dons who come onto my channel and complain, but then you're watching every video because you love it. So I'm going to just sit here and say, end of the day, no matter what I think of Tyan, I'm watching every video. So it's as simple as that. And I did a Patreon video the other day, and I did say that I rate what Tyan's done in as much as he's come on and he's created a little niche for himself, a nice little niche still. I don't know how, he's always been, I remember him back on the IFL TV interviews before Coogan obviously blew up and before Coogan thought he was too nice. Tyan used to do videos on there and he was always quirky and he's pulled it off for himself. He's made a nice little niche, so hats off to him. I always rate people going out on their own, and Tyan had no handouts like IFL did. IFL was set up by Eddie Hearn essentially. Tyan's on his own, so I rate that, respect that. Anyway, cut into this. So we heard there from Tyan Booth, Anthony or Team AJ have threatened Tyan, whatever his name is, with legal action. Now, initially, I've got to be honest, I thought a lot of the things that Tyan talks about were just jokes. I thought a lot of them were spoofs, where he makes like separate accounts and does these sort of things on them. I didn't realise he was serious anyway. So what I did was, when I saw the Instagram DMs, I typed in the exact DM, or I typed in the exact @ and it came up with actually AJ's sister. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the blowhole? I didn't, because genuinely, I thought Tyan was a joker. So when he made that whole video the other week, because essentially, I'll give you the background quickly. Essentially, for those of you who don't watch, I suggest you check them out because it's worth, even if you end up not liking it, it's worth giving it a go. Essentially, Tyan Booth's second to last video is titled something like Anthony Joshua told me to get the F out of his gym. Anyway, in that video, one of my dons actually emailed it to me, quite funny, but either way, yeah, in that video, Tyan Booth says he rocked up to the Sheffield gym or something like that, and AJ was there, and AJ came over and said, "Are you that guy who makes the videos about me? I heard you said something about me and all this kind of business." And then allegedly AJ tells him to get the F out of the gym. Now I assumed it was all. I assumed either number one, it didn't happen. Honestly, if I was to bet, I thought Tyan was joking. I didn't actually think he went to the gym and said anything. I thought he was just making it all up, if truth be known, because I couldn't imagine AJ actually saying to him. I can't imagine AJ going serious and telling him to get the F out of the gym. I thought he was completely making it up, as in he never went to the gym and he never saw AJ and his whole story was fabricated. However, or I thought he did go to the gym, but AJ never saw at him. That's the two options I had in my head. Yeah, either he went to the gym either he went to the gym and AJ just laughed with him or whatever, or he didn't go to the gym at all, made it all up. I didn't think there was a third scenario where he actually did go to the gym and AJ did actually end up kicking off. So I'm not really sure how to take this, because AJ's sister, so following that video where Tyan Booth alleges AJ kicked off, in the following video is what we see at the start of this video. In fact, what I might do is I might even include both of them parts at the start of this video, so those of you who haven't watched it, in fact I'm pretty sure most of you man have probably seen it anyway, so I don't know why I spent so much time explaining it all. End of the day, Tyan Booth made allegations that AJ kicked off at him and told him to get the F out of the gym, and this is what AJ's sister had essentially DM'd Tyan telling him to remove that video of him alleging that AJ and him had a little, not scuffle, but had like an argument. And I gotta be honest, I'm confused, because, like I said, I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was real, and this implies to me, was it real? Well, I'm not sure, and this is the problem when people are jokers like Tyan is. I'm not sure what's going on, but this does definitely give it more weight that maybe AJ was being serious. Maybe he did actually kick off, because she puts in here, "Good afternoon. I would like to request that you delete the video posted of Anthony Joshua. It promotes violence. Please ensure this is removed in 24 hours. Otherwise, it will be reported to the police, and I will ensure legal action is taken against you." So I'm confused, because from what I understand of it, this promotes. Please ensure this is removed in 24 hours. Otherwise, it promotes violence. So I don't know what she means by promotes violence. Is she saying maybe it's from a branding point of view? We know AJ has this clean-cut brand, and Tyan Booth is making false allegations. Maybe it didn't happen then. Maybe I am right. It didn't happen, and actually that's what it probably is then. AJ's sister is essentially piping up saying, you're putting BS out on my brother's name. You're making up stories that didn't happen, and it makes AJ's brand look bad, because it's Tyan Booth's alleging that that AJ started kicking off and started swearing and told him to get the F out of the gym before I do this, that, the other. So that does actually make sense. That said, should AJ take it that seriously? This joker's saying that. Well, at the end of the day, we're talking about potentially a multi, or at least $1 billion entity here. So these things aren't no jokes. That said, it would have been a better. I'm not sure, man. Who knows? This, to be honest, if I was to bet, I don't think this order came from AJ. I reckon AJ's sister has seen it, and she's kind of like just looking out for a little brother or a big brother, whatever it is. She's looking out for a family, thinking, you know what, that don't look good on little bro. Let me send this message out. I don't think AJ would have said to his sister, "Oh, yeah, you say it." Because if I was to bet, if AJ had a problem with it as such, it would have been. I reckon AJ would have reached out himself. I wouldn't have thought. Maybe he did. I don't know. But if I was to bet now, I reckon AJ. I don't think AJ knows about this. I don't think AJ's the one who's been I don't think AJ's the one who told his sister. That don't make no sense to me. You just tell your legal team to sort it, wouldn't you? You tell your legal team, listen, send us, because on YouTube you can do these things where you can send out orders, like formal orders to remove content and whatnot. So if it was AJ, you wouldn't ring your sister and say, "Oh, sister, send a DM Do you know what I mean? One of them ones there. I reckon she's just seen it and tried to like do her piece, not thinking that the worst thing you can do with these, when you're dealing with these trolls, your best bet is to either get legal advice or ignore it. Do you know what I mean? What you don't want to do is send DMs, because then you end up just giving Tyan more content to feed on. So that's where, that's where not her naivety, but she's obviously thinking she's dealing with a corporate entity, not understanding Tyan's looking for content at the end of the day. He's not interested in communication, as we've found out before. I remember who is it? O'Hara Davis. O'Hara Davis tried to talk his way out, I think, and he got talked about running to Spain and whatnot, all this madness. At the end of the day, like I said, for me, it's all banter. It's an interesting situation, but as I keep mentioning, I'll be intrigued to see what you might think. Do you think AJ did kick off? Do you think AJ has asked for this content to be removed?